Elden Ring NightReign was actually amazing. Didn't play it though. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the beta test. Even though I didn't play the game, I watched several hours of it, okay? So my experience in this game is insane how much gameplay that I watch. Right now, you're basically seeing my YouTube history, but I have way more videos than it's actually showing. I don't know why it's only showing this, but I have way more videos than it's actually showing there. And I have more than 10 to 20 hours of just gameplay. I watch Osmongold, I watch Syriax, I watch, wait, what is that guy's name? Like, I watch a lot of YouTubers that I have never watched before, so their names are not actually in my brain right now. There was a guy also named Mythic Moon. There's also another streamer that is called Lil Eggy, and he has like 3 other friends that I also watch individually their playthroughs. Man, why am I naming every single person that I watch? That would be crazy. All of that just to say that yes, I didn't play the game, but I searched the crap out of it and learned a lot of it, okay? I probably know the map better than the people that actually played the game. Mostly because they didn't actually watch a lot of footage like I did. So let's talk a little bit about the game actually. I won't get to the general consensus of the game where we basically already know that there's 3 classes. Currently, 4 classes. So I'm not gonna get into what each one of them do, what are the benefits for each one of them. I'm believing if you're watching this video, you already know a lot of the gameplay. So I'm just gonna basically be talking about the game experience for each one of these people. Now, the co-op situation, it's perfect. Like, I don't see any issues, even though this is the beta, right? There were actually like some errors and some people basically going invisible, some people creating some people just went God mode, by the way. Osmongold was playing and apparently he was able to activate God mode where he couldn't see the boss and he couldn't get hit and he also couldn't hit the boss. And the game was basically just bugged the whole way through. Now, that clearly is a bug, so I wouldn't even count that as anything special than that. But yeah, there were a few bugs and there are other people that I saw that it happened the reverse where they actually saw the boss, but their other partners were actually able to just revive them constantly. Another topic, which would be how randomized would these locations would actually be? Like if the map would be randomized from the first floor to the second floor, third floor, and go so on and so on. So let's say in floor 1, if you're repeating the game constantly, will the floor 1 actually change if it's like a different map? I'm not 100% sure, but I would say 60% sure that they say that they would actually change it, just because of the fact that they also mentioned that everything will be randomized. Besides the maps not changing, I see here that everything else is randomized. Even the spawn location is also randomized. For example, Little Iggy and his crew, they had the same spawn location 4 times in a row, and some others were having their spawn rate like constantly changing. So it's literally just a rate option, I believe. It's literally just randomized. Yeah, I do believe that the maps will be randomized, but that would only be once we actually get the game, because it's actually a little bit confusing on whether only the floors will be randomized. So it's different floors, which is obviously right. And the bosses, as I can see here, that is going to be fully randomized. So it's not going to be just the same old the centipede or the demi-human corpse group. So these bosses is not just going to be 2 of them, it's going to be more, 100%. They just basically downgraded the version that we just got, because a lot of people were talking about, yeah, this may be repetitive. We hope that the final product is actually randomized fully. One thing that I'm not 100% sure, I know that the mobs, bosses will all be randomized completely. One thing that I'm not 100% sure is how they will randomize the first map. Like, is every single floor will be randomized? That I really want to, but there's so many areas that we already have in the main game, so they will use that. And I hope that they actually created new maps for the NightReign. After the randomization of the actual game, there's also a factor of experience. Now, when I talk about experience, I would just mention Osmongold right away, mostly because when I watched, I think he was among everybody that I saw playing Recluse. I'm not gonna lie, Osmond, it was funny. For someone that has been watching a lot of other people play the game and watching Asman, to be fair, Asman was actually the first person that I watched. So it was actually good that I actually watched him first because I didn't understood what the heck was going on. So after I actually watched a few other gameplays, I definitely understood Recluse right away, and I know the potential that she has. Don't know if that's the type of character Asman would like, but she has quite a lot of management when it comes to mana. That man had no practice, so he did a lot of this.
Oh wait, what the fuck? How did I just get mana there?
This is what happens when you don't do any tutorials, okay? Hey, I feel him. I do the same. I just jump into the game and pray to God that I actually beat the boss with zero experience and zero knowledge of the actual game. You know, it's more fun. You just discover in real time. Hey, I don't blame him. It was challenging seeing him play Recluse. It was different. I gotta say that. Was he the worst person that I saw playing Recluse from every freaking 100 gameplays that I watched? What do you think? If you already know Asmongold, you probably already know the answer to that, so I'm not even gonna say anything. But among the 4 classes that I saw, which is the Birdie Bird, which is the Guardian, Wilder, which is the one that has the more physical attack in the group, Duchess, and Recluse. Duchess is pretty much like an assassin where she attacks rapidly and she has a lot of mobility and she goes invisible for the whole team, which is actually broken. Mixed up with Blood Lost, my gosh, like that is absolutely unfair. One thing that I actually want them to do before they actually release the game is nerf Bloodlust. What I saw? No, like no. I'm not gonna play Duchess or Bloodlust builds just because that thing is broken. Why? Because they boost a lot of passives that powers up your Bloodlust. That should not be it. Or maybe that should be it, but put some nerfs into that. Like build a bunch of bosses that you cannot bleed. At least that. You know what? At least that. Like make the final boss like the 5 floors, or if it's gonna be 17 floors, right? Make majority of them immune to Bloodlust or just rocks or something. Let's nerf a little bit the Bloodlust. Just not even a little bit. Nerf the crap out of it because that was disgusting. The one that I saw that is actually the most fun would be Recluse. Just because of the different elements, different types of magics that you could do, which is actually quite insane and also super fun because you're literally playing what is a good reference that I could actually say, like the 3 spaces of elements that you could do, which is like fire, magic, holy, thunder. I believe that's all. Hopefully in game they add a little bit more, but they don't even need to add more if they want to, because even though it's 4 elements, you have like 4 different abilities that depending on actually you have more than 4, I believe. Yeah, you have multiple abilities. All of them some of them are way better than others, but it's super nice watching a Recluse, like a really good Recluse playing well their character is fun to actually watch. Now for the main topic of this video that I actually was trying to come across, brother, of 10s of 20s of gameplays and footages, some crazy number that I was actually researching because I couldn't play the game. What do you want me to do? I had to watch other people play it, Jesus. But it was still fun. It was actually super fun watching every single one of these gameplays. It was super fun. But as I was saying, let me not sidetrack, is the fact that on every single one of these people, not even a single person, maybe one person, actually no, even he was enjoying it. Even he was enjoying it, and he was complaining about the co-op, complaining about some other processes. Even he was enjoying it. Before I continue, obviously not everybody enjoyed the Elden Ring NightReign. So I am showing you a footage of somebody that had counter arguments to the development of NightReign. Now, all the footage that I saw personally and the videos that I took a look, the gameplay, I didn't actively search for only positive gameplay, even if it's impossible. So I just searched for a gameplay of NightReign, and every single person that I watched did genuinely enjoyed it. So I have to actively search people that had counter arguments to the development of the game. He's one of them. Next video I will probably react to his counter arguments, but if his arguments resonate with you guys, I will take a look at his videos, and I will leave it in the description down below. It was interesting. It was different. It was different at the same time, the same experience as Elden Ring. So it was a different, fresh Elden Ring. So they just basically felt like they were playing Elden Ring, but as an expansion with somebody else. And also, a lot of people say that they had a lot more fun when they actually had somebody to play with, okay? So if you play with randoms, unless these randoms are actually good, you will also still have fun. Unless you're dying constantly, then yeah, maybe sometimes you could actually have fun still, but it's gonna be a little bit frustrating, right? Before Elden Ring, my favorite game at the time was Ratchet and Clank and in a Zoom and 11 game. So I didn't have the experience. I also never played any Souls game. So for me, the first time ever play a Souls game, Elden Ring size, and enjoying the crap out of it to put on my top 1 most favorite games. I'm not gassing this game at all, even though I look like I am, but it's really good. We talk good and respect the games that actually put in the work. Tell me in the comment section if you already have a team to play in NightReign, or if you're going to just play with randoms or just play by yourself. Without me taking much of your time, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Also, leave a like, okay, if you did enjoy. And yeah, stay frosty.